Hello friend. So let's take the selectors challenge now. The very first question. How to write a CSS selector using a part of attribute value? For example, attribute value is SelectorsHub locator challenge. And here we have to write the CSS selector using value just locator. So basically it is we are looking for contains. So the very first option is tag name attribute name is equal to part of attribute value. So this is basically the first option is no, not correct, because directly it is comparing the value, so we cannot use the part of value. Dollar, if you guys remember that dollar was used for ends with. So if we are writing, if we would have writing here selectors, I mean using challenge only, then we could have used it dollar, because dollar is for ends with, cap is for starts with, star is for contains value. So basically the answer is D here. I have given the answer, but I would request you, like when you are reading this question, so think about that and try to remind those things so that you will be able to recall that. And or let me just let me give you one example here so that it will be easy for you to recall that. Here if you see, if we start writing input, let's say, and let's say placeholder we are writing, okay. So this one cap, so as I told you, cap is for starts with, okay. So the value is starting with enter, right? So here it will find. Now here it was let's delete this value now and see dollar. Dollar is for end with. So if you have this value email, then it will work. If you remove this email from last, then it will not work in this case, because this is a starting value. Then in this case cap will work. Our question was contains, right? If we use star, then it will work. Now it will work even in case of yours as well, because that is contains value. So this is helpful. Hope you are able to recall that. Write the unique relative CSS selector and relative XPath without using indexes for enter your email box using the name attribute. Okay. So this is the link that which I have given over there. Here we have to write the CSS selector as well as XPath for this field. Enter your email box using name attribute. Okay. So let's open here SelectorsHub. First we will write XPath. First we will write the relative CSS selector, then will XPath. Okay. So here we will write for this one first. Let's say input, then name. Okay, 5. Now we have to check for the parent one. So which parent could be the unique? This is not its parent, this is its parent. Input group, input block. So but this doesn't look like unique for me. Form group, it doesn't look like that unique. Email ID, this looks like little bit unique for me. So what we will do, let's keep it off for now. So just click on this so that we will get the drop smart values here. Keep it in opened, then start typing here div, then we want class. So this is how we have created the unique CSS relative CSS selector for this field. Okay, so this is CSS selector. Now we want the XPath, relative XPath. So what we can do, I hope you guys means know this. Just replace that space thing and // press enter. Sorry, no, this is not I did wrong, because XPath required @ So let's first write a XPath for this one. Div @class. This is the parent element. Now we want for email box, then here input, and here we want with name, and this is the relative XPath which we have written. So you see that if you would have started with this element and then this parent, immediate parent, then definitely it will not give the unique XPath. as we have directly jumped to that parent which is unique, that's why we were able to write so quickly. But trust me, when you will try it, you will first write for this one, then you will use this one. This is what people does. Let me show you how here they will put, then write like this, /div and then class, and there it will give you more, and then you will one by one you will go, then you will use this one, then you will use this one. So basically we have removed already these two and directly we have connected with this one. So always see in the DOM that which attribute, which parent could be unique, which parent looks like a unique. So this email ID, from this email ID I thought this could be unique because form group and this input group, input block, this looks like okay common words. So always try to think in the mind and use your common sense by looking at the attribute values which could be the unique and stable one. That's why you would be able to write better XPath and better CSS selector. And here is another trick, like when you will be writing a XPath here, and if you press enter, SelectorsHub gives you the CSS selector for your XPath. So if you see that this is the XPath you have written and this is the CSS selector it has given for your XPath. So basically you can convert your XPath into CSS selector as well through SelectorsHub easily, and it will give you much better, of course. Which CSS selector is case insensitive? Awesome. So this we haven't learned in the tutorials because I kept it for this one here. This is very good. So let me first teach you how that is. So if you are writing a CSS selector for any element, let's say, and you find caps, or let's say for this example, this one, if we are writing here input with placeholder, and here you see that it is having lowercase and uppercase values, like E is in caps and rest is in small. So many times what happen, like while typing we miss it, like suppose Y we have capped is cap, now it will say 0. So in those kind of situations it becomes like annoying and like unnecessarily our script is failing. So how to manage that, how to deal with that? Yes, in this case what we can do, we can write the CSS selector case insensitive just by adding the I here. At the last, before closing square bracket, put I value, I space, like this space I have added one, and then I press enter. You see that it is finding the value. Now our CSS selector became case insensitive. So if you write a small or caps, doesn't matter, it will find the value, while you see that this was the exact value. Okay, so I is the function for ignoring the case in CSS selector. So here this is the answer, p item prop is equal to description I. Find out the incorrect locator from a given options HTML structure is as below. So you see that div a span a close. Okay, let's see the option. First option, /div /a /span text is equal to Gmail, looks correct. /div a span dot is equal to Gmail, looks correct. /div a /span contains dot comma Gmail, looks correct. Span text is equal to Gmail. So if you remember, this is a CSS selector and CSS selector doesn't support text function. So this is the incorrect locator. So the answer is D. If the desired locator is a part of shadow DOM, which locator strategy should we use? So I'm sure if you remember, or if you are able to recall, you know that shadow DOM doesn't support XPath. So the only option left with us, CSS selector. Okay, so yeah, so that's what pretty much from the selectors challenge. I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial and from this course. So I would really request you, please share it again. I would request, please add review for SelectorsHub for this course and share it with everyone, and subscribe to the YouTube channel of SelectorsHub. There are a lot of good conceptual video I used to keep adding there, and you will learn a lot about SelectorsHub, new new concepts and new feature, what new innovations are coming, and the existing one as well. So with that, thank you, and please support, please donate. All the courses and everything is free for you, and do try it for on Safari browser, SelectorsHub. And please share SelectorsHub with everyone, because not everybody is yet aware about it. It has just been 6 months for SelectorsHub, and it is spreading, and you all are helping, supporting. So huge thanks to all of you, and thank you so much, community. And huge thanks to our primary sponsor, Test Project. Do check out uh, their website. Here is the primary link for Test Project. You can click and check out this free end-to-end test automation tool. This is also really good. So yeah, thank you so much. I wish I will create more such courses, free courses for you all. Thank you.